American society in 1859 was demoralized and disoriented. The abandonment of American system economics, the free trade, no tariff, no national bank policies of the young America Democrats had set up the economy for a crash in 1857, a repeat of the panic and business depression that had brought mass poverty and hunger in 1837. By the time the next president, Abraham Lincoln, was inaugurated in 1861, the United States Treasury was literally bankrupt. The salaries of congressmen could not be paid. Pro-Confederate plunder by the Buchanan administration and an economic program fostering speculative paper empires were both to blame. That's from How Secession Was Run. Eastern Establishment Ran Southern Secession. From the book Treason in America, From Aaron Burr to Averell Harriman by Anton Chaikin. That particular comment right there exactly portrays the economic collapse that we are suffering right now. Hello and welcome to another edition of the Stench of Truth. I picked that out totally at random, but it is absolutely pertinent to what we're facing now. So welcome to 2011. Happy New Year to everybody. You know, in the news I have heard quite a bit about compromise lately. Compromise in politics and compromise to quote-unquote get the job done. And while compromise in certain areas is absolutely essential, when we talk about some things, compromise is needed. Because oftentimes very opposite views cannot be sustained with each other, and a compromise must be reached. But when it comes to ideas that are at the heart of what makes the American system the one that we should be fighting for, then it is a time for no compromise. That's why I call for 2011 to be the year of pitched battles, to be the year of no compromise on important issues, to be the year that we say we are not going to compromise principles that we hold steadfast to. That all of us that believe in the American system, that which made this country the great country that it was, is the answer to the future of our nation and the world, because at one time we were the flagship of the world. We were the greatest nation of all time. And it wasn't because we threw our weight around the world in interventionist wars that we have no business being in. So, I call on all of you to join me in 2011 to make this the year of no quarter, no compromise when it comes to key and important issues. When it's decided beforehand what's to be done, and any public debate is just nonsense, dribble, and propaganda for the sheep in this country, I say no quarter. And when it's announced that we're going to need to have more troops for a longer period of time in Afghanistan, I say no! We do not compromise on this issue, because it is time, long since past, to end the wars and to bring all of our troops home. And when it is announced how it is absolutely essential to cut vital social programs in this country because we simply can't afford it, I say no compromise. No quarter given. Because to sacrifice the people of this country on the altar of austerity and on the altar of profits for banks, financial institutions, and corporations is to sell out the very nature of what it means to be American and what it means to support the American system. No compromise and no quarter. The United States of America is still teetering on the brink of collapse. There are no jobs. The economy is not in recovery. All we are ever fed is propaganda and lies by mainstream media. Will you continue to accept this nonsense that's given to you? And will you repeat the claptrap bullshit of compromise that is being flooded into our collective psyche by the same mainstream lying media? Or will you finally stand up and say 2011 is the year that we say no compromise? That we will not give up our rights for security. That we will say to the TSA and we will say to Homeland Security, get out of our fucking lives. We are not giving up our freedoms so that you can, quote unquote, protect us from your own manufactured terrorism. We will not give up our freedoms any longer to protect us from Osama bin Laden, who's been dead for years. We will not give up our social programs, which are vital to the life of many people in this country, on the altar of supporting unsupportable war, murder, and death abroad. We will not compromise. That is my stand for 2011. I reject the mainstream media. Total onslaught and blitz of compromise in the new year. But you can guarantee that Barry Soetoro will be right on top of it, selling out every possible thing, including the White House fucking kitchen sink. The altar of compromise to make sure that business profits soar, CEO salaries rise, more people get laid off, more jobs are outsourced, productive capacity in this country is further decimated, states go bankrupt, and social programs are dismantled piece by piece because that's his job as a Wall Street puppet. And of course, you can expect the same from John Bohner and all of his ilk in the new Congress. But I say, no compromise! And you are not going to get one whit of it from me! And I'm going to fight you tooth and nail on everything that I consider vital and important to the lives of people in this country, to the continuation of the middle class which has made this country great in the past and can make it great again. It is time to stop the stone from rolling down the hill. Put the brakes on the steamroller of fucking destruction in this country. No compromise in 2011. Join me. Thank you. Good day.